What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we have the February 2025 Reno-Tahoe International Airport update for you all. I hope each and one of you are excited for today's video, as today we have a very exciting update in store. We got some various aircraft changes, some new developments, and overall just so much to dive into in today's update. So with all that being said, we won't waste any further time and go ahead and get started. Starting right here at gate this is C4. We have the Alaska. This is the ERJ-175 coming in from Los Angeles. This aircraft's now going to be making a service today, heading on over to Portland. So glad to see both those going well. Definitely huge fundamental routes here at the airport. So of course we absolutely love to see that. That's epic. Next, we have the Salmon People Alaska 737-800. This aircraft's currently coming in today from Seattle, and now it's going to be heading back out there. We do have the MAX 8 this month, which is absolutely fantastic. The Alaska Company store is out of stock, so I currently don't have the model still, which is crazy, but I promise I'll be featuring that as soon as I do. Maybe next month, we'll see. Just depends on what happens when they get it back in stock and whenever I'm able to finally get my hands on it. But trying to save some money if we can. Just pretend it's a MAX 8. I know it doesn't even look close, but you know, we're trying our best here, so we're still getting to feature really good aircraft, and that matters quite a bit. So certainly happy to get to see that as we continue to move forward no matter what the case is. And then here at C8, we have the old reliable Volaris Service A320neo. This aircraft is currently coming in from Guadalajara today. This has been a really fun route to follow, and overall it's been really cool to have this. Obviously, Reno's one of the smallest airports to have Volaris service, so certainly very fortunate to see here Monday through Friday in the morning. So really cool. Hopefully they'll continue doing really well with it. So definitely going to continue to follow that closely, and certainly is always an interesting development for sure. So that's definitely a very fun one to keep our eye on for sure. Next, we have an American Airbus A320 coming in from Phoenix Sky Harbor today. Phoenix continues to roll really well. Of course, we used to have quite a few other American services, but since they reduced those a little bit, we are getting a few more mainlines, I would say, than what we used to. So that's nice. But again, just depends on the year. But we're doing good here. So happy to see this and very hopeful, and I am pretty confident that American will increase capacity at some point. I'm not sure when and where, but I think that they will probably do it. So who knows, maybe it will be a record schedule at Dallas. Not exactly sure, but I am confident that we'll see some good progress in that department here in the future. So definitely going to be keeping our eye on that, and certainly looking forward to whatever that may be, to say the least. We also have a 737-800 here for American Airlines, and this aircraft's heading out to Dallas, of course. This is a very fundamental piece of the airport as well, so we continue to follow this very closely. So it's been pretty fun to watch this, and just like the others, I'm very hopeful that we'll see more expanded service, which pretty confident we will at some point, so hopefully we will. I don't think we'll get any bigger equipment besides maybe a 321 at some point, so we'll keep our eye on a 321. That would be nice. But for now, we get the main line going strong, so of course we love to see that, and it's certainly quite awesome to follow along with, so that's really cool. United does really well with their section over here, so let's go ahead and get started here in the front with the 737-700 currently coming in from Chicago O'Hare today. Yeah, only airline flying that service right now. American's not, and then Southwest Midway probably comes back in the summer, I think. So yeah, going to be keeping our eye on that closely. So it's definitely an interesting one to follow as well. So we'll definitely be seeing what happens with the aircraft type for sure on that one, as well as it's been mainly 737-700s, but wouldn't be surprised if we get some bigger mainline down the road. So we'll keep our eye on that as we speak. Here we got the MAX 8 for United heading out to San Francisco today. Really awesome, and really eager to see what they'll do this summer. It looks like we might get a second mainline on it, which is crazy because we already have all the frequencies, and considering that San Francisco's, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a big market for Reno, but as of for, you know, that many frequencies, just kind of crazy to think about. So don't get me wrong, I would love to see it. Just would be really impressed. So we'll see what happens. And we got an A320 heading out to Denver today. You can catch that 4 times a day, which is quite wonderful. So definitely important for everybody, you know, transiting through. And then that point-to-point demand is also there. So we're definitely always keeping our eye on that too. And what an awesome model right there, by the way, too. So just a really nice skew of aircraft right here. Really fun. We also got the E175 here for the United Express, and this is coming in today from Los Angeles. So definitely fun to follow along with that flight, and they continue to have a really big say in that with, I think, 3 daily flights. So it's definitely a really solid presence there for sure. So we'll absolutely be keeping our eye on it as we move forward. Let's head over to the B gates, where we're going to find this Delta Connection ERJ-175 operated by SkyWest. This aircraft is currently coming in today from Los Angeles as well. So we have our competition across the hall. Both are 3 daily. They're very consistent with that. So I would be surprised to see any change anytime soon, but hey, no news is good news in some ways. So definitely not going to complain too much with that particular situation. Spirit Airbus A320neo coming in from LAX, now heading out to Las Vegas. Very sound and fundamental here. So it's been great to have them as a huge addition. They've definitely made their presence known here at the airport, so love to see it. And who knows, maybe a new route down the road, but I wouldn't expect too much expansion until they get back to some profitability. We do have JetBlue this month in the Airbus A220-300, which is epic. We will have a 3-month break here, March through June. So we'll be excited to welcome them back. I think it's like June 15th or so when they will make their return. So it's been really fun. Been great to have them. Fairly, hit or miss, but anytime they're here is great. So definitely want to highlight that A220. Excited to get a new livery one, hopefully at some point, whether it's GeminiJets or GeminiJets pretty much. So yeah, fun to keep our eye on. I don't know, maybe Herpa does a complete curveball and does it, because I know they have the mold. So, and NG will do like one A220 release if they were to ever make the mold and just not use it again based on their model. So, but their hard product's so good that you have to keep some sort of confidence. That's exactly what we have here with the 737-800 with scimitars, and this aircraft is making the flight today, heading over to Salt Lake City, which is 2 738s plus the 175. So this one's also really fun to follow along with. Overall, a really strong offering here, and definitely very glad to get to see it here. So no doubt a really cool aircraft. So very happy to get to see that right there. Next, we have a Delta 757-200 without winglets. This aircraft is currently coming in today from the Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. This has been a very fun service to follow along with, and very fortunate that we have it here at Reno-Tahoe today. So excited to see what's next. I think it's during the day right now, so that's really cool as well. So great to see how they're optimizing that network and really pushing some people out to the East Coast, because there's not many other options. So very, very, very critical service here at the airport, and really happy about it. So hopefully we'll continue to see expansion on it in the future. We'll have to see. But definitely a very capable flight there with the 757. Here's Southwest 737 MAX 8 to kick off the Southwest. We're going to Denver on this one after coming in from Las Vegas, so you can catch those multiple times a day. So definitely very fundamental there, and really glad to get to see Southwest doing what they do best here at the airport. And we have a 737-700. This aircraft is currently coming in today from, let's see here, Dallas Love Field, and now it's going to be making a flight to Burbank. So cool to see those going well too. Burbank much more consistent. Dallas still a player for sure. Why don't we give a 738 to Houston Hobby here on this aircraft, and this one came in earlier from Phoenix, so great to see those very prominent Southwest operations represented well here at the airport, so no doubt very happy about all that. 737-700 heading out to Long Beach, came in from Los Angeles, so very cool to get to see those flights also with their consistency. Name of the game of this update is consistency, because we'll move into some really exciting news next month, so I'll hint at that here at the end of the update. And lastly, we have another 737-700. We'll keep this in the state of California, coming in from San Diego, and now it's heading out to San Jose, California, so very cool to see those. And I also had a Marshaller fell, so let me find him. There he is. Okay, so there we go. All right, here's a Dias C-130. This aircraft's currently just doing some local training around the area, of course, so really cool. I'd like to maybe customize that and make it into the Nevada Air National Guard to be a little bit more realistic, but definitely a bunch of military action out here in this region. This is a Gulfstream G650ER. This aircraft's taxiing out for departure today, heading out to Las Vegas. This aircraft came in from Boston, so really impressive segment there for that, but that's what that aircraft is all about. PC-12 currently taxiing out for departure, coming in today from Austin, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to, sorry, can't see my phone. Let's see here. I like sending him to Elko, Nevada, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And here's another United Express ERJ-175 operating that Saturday only from Houston, George Bush. So great to see it here on Saturdays. Definitely an interesting service with what they've done here. It's been daily, it's been Saturdays and Sundays, Mondays through Fridays, just all kinds of frequencies. So yeah, been interesting, but this is what we have this month. So following along closely, hopefully we'll get it back daily in the summer. Time will tell. So we'll continue to monitor and see what happens. JSX ERJ-145 coming in from Phoenix, now heading out to Orange County, so very cool to see that flight going strong right here. Still can't believe this airport had flights to Orange County. That's still crazy on Southwest, and Allegiant as well at one time. On the left, we have the Learjet 45 just pulling in here, came in from, let's see here, Addison, Texas, and now is going to be making a flight today over to St. George. And the ExoJet Citation X is coming in from Seattle, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Springfield, Missouri. FedEx 757-200 freighter coming in today from Great Falls, Idaho, and now it's heading out to Memphis. It's going to follow with 767, which is doing the turn in from Memphis, so great to get the feature. The large FedEx establishment, they've done really good. UPS 767-300 freighter currently coming in today from Louisville, and now it's heading out to Sacramento's MHR, so very fun to follow along with those essential services here at the airport, so that's great. And the DHL 737-800 freighter is currently coming in today from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be heading out to Phoenix. So once again, very core establishment routes here, so that's absolutely fantastic. So I really hope all of you enjoyed today's Reno-Tahoe International Airport update. Excluding Great Plains, this is actually going to likely be the final update I pre-record before starting an internship, which is kind of crazy. So just want to take a moment to acknowledge how awesome the setup's been here and how fun it's been. So I'll be back to kind of doing what we did in 2022 and 2023 a little bit, only filming on the weekends. So I know it doesn't make much of a difference to you, the viewer, but I did just want to say that, you know, it's been fun to be able to be in the same area for such an extended period of time, be able to film it so consistently there. I think it was a year and a half I was here at my parents', yeah, a year and a half. So that was fun. So yeah, moving forward, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But fortunately, this setup, I'll be able to display pretty much anywhere. Now, as of for down the road with being able to have all my models and being able to I can't even figure out what word I want to use, correctly represent it, that might be a little bit of a challenge during the transitional period. But again, I don't know if I want to. It really just depends on what happens. Like if I end up getting a job in the area, I'll probably end up getting a more permanent accommodation, and I'll probably try to move as much as I can then. If I end up getting some sort of airline job based out of a hub and have the ability to commute back and forth often enough, then I'd probably just leave the setup here for an extended period of time. And then once I have a more clarity on what the plan is, then I'll figure out what I want to do from there. But I wouldn't expect to be moving out of the setup for at least a year and a half, probably a little bit longer than that. So probably sometime in late 2026, maybe we'll have more of a permanent, situation. I'm not sure. It just really, once again, depends on what I'm going to be doing and where it's going to be at, and certainly how much space I can acquire, and what I'll be able to get my hands on. Just really depends on all those factors. And I've been very fortunate to have just an incredibly large setup here. And the reality is, if I have to move into a lease apartment, making this setup is going to be much tougher. The Great Plains display is going to have to change substantially, and then like this display is going to be fine. I'll have enough room for a setup like this, but it's just going to be a little bit tougher with Great Plains, particularly is the only airport, which is, it's tough because I know that all of you love that airport just as much as I do. So we'll have to figure it out no matter what the case is, but just wanted to kind of highlight that. But I talked about it in the last update, but I want to talk about it now again for the new news that we'll have next month here. Austin starts on March 6th. Really excited for that on Southwest. So that'll be a great connection for all those folks going to Austin. So really excited about that. And then we'll have Frontier returning on March 7th. So Las Vegas and Denver both will be 3 times a week. Very, very excited about that. So we'll be highlighting that. The next update will be big. So great to welcome back a familiar face that was here. I believe they started way back, and then Frontier started Las Vegas, I think in 2019, right as we started this airport. So I remember that pretty clearly. So yeah, I think that they could do really well, and I think that they will. So I'm excited to see them back in the market. It will be a huge addition here to see these resumptions, and I'm really excited about them. But yeah, as of for the setup, we will say change down the road, just kind of, every once in a while, especially from my most loyal fans, which I very much appreciate your support. I know that you watch many of these videos, so I feel like it's only fair for me to tell you that the setup at some point will be adjusted. But the good news is that we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be making videos. The style and the frequencies and all that could see some variation down the road, but absolutely we'll be here and continuing to produce content regularly. So I'm excited about having the ability to do that, and I hope all of you are excited for the ability to watch it all. We're very fortunate to have technology, and I certainly am going to use it in the right way, and I recommend all of you do the same. So with all that being said, I really hope all of you enjoyed the update today. Very fun here at Reno, and next month will be big, so let's get ready for it. So with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Red of Aviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust process. Do you love and love what you do. My name is Red of Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Red of Aviation is signing off.